What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video right here on the Crypto Grind channel. This is another Patreon pick where weekly I do a review of a coin picked specifically by my patrons. If that's something that interests you, make sure that you are checking out my Patreon page. I genuinely believe that there is a tier for everybody. If you would like to get into having your projects reviewed, that tier is the Gold Plus membership. If there's something that you would like on a cheaper tier, whether it's my videos dropping a bit earlier or my buy alerts, that is there for you as well. So go ahead, check it out. If not, and that's not for you, check out the free Telegram that we have as well. We're building a really good community around that as well. Jumping right into the project though. So what we're going to be talking about today is a project called Elyfi. Now, I hope I have said that right. It maybe could be Elfi, but anyway, the ticker is ELFI. Essentially, the project is based around the collateralization of real-world assets and then using that collateralization as loans. This is quite a new concept within the crypto space. Now, personally, I am bullish on real-world assets as a crypto project. How high they will go in the next bull run remains to be seen. But having a look at this project in particular, current market cap of about 900,000, so very, very low, under a million. That means that you could see 100x from this if everything goes well in this project pretty easily. I mean, 100x would only take you to 90 million, which is pretty doable. Having a look at where they are now, they're about 50% in circulation and overall tokens of 100 million. So the supply is relatively low and the circulating supply isn't too bad as well. So all in all, something that is quite nice to see, positive when it comes to tokenomics. I do like that. So that is a tick for me when it comes to the project. A little bit about Elyfi itself. A DeFi project utilized real-world assets bought on-chain through the Elyfi protocol. So that is the main protocol. If you have a look that the team are working through, it is the Elyfi protocol. Elyfi is a project that tokenizes real-world assets and a protocol that makes real assets into asset tokens or NFTs basically. And then these NFTs are used on chain, and that's what you will be borrowing or loaning against when it comes to Elyfi. This asset tokens created in this way can be used in Elysia's DeFi. Elfi participants in the Elyfi protocol can obtain investment returns by supplying liquidity to the money pool or can borrow liquidity using asset tokens. So essentially how this works, if I have a building, I need a loan, my traditional bank will not give me the loan for one reason or another. I go into Elyfi, I submit my documentation, what the property is worth, the valuation, basically giving them the right to loan my property out on the blockchain. Let's say the property is worth $100,000. I'm asking for a loan of 80,000. I put my house up as, or my property up as collateral. It goes into the blockchain. Individuals then go and give either the full amount or portions of that amount. And then I take that loan, and obviously there's a maturity date behind it where it needs to be returned. And then, you know, they earn interest. Everybody who has lent me that money, they earn interest. But I've still got my loan at the end of the day, so everybody is happy. A couple of other things that I do like about this project is that they've been audited. The audit has come out quite nicely. There were some issues raised, but the team have been pretty active in resolving those issues as well, and it's done by quite a nice company, Certic. Everybody knows who that is. They do really good audits. So from that perspective, I am quite happy. Even though it is a very new project, there is still some promise around that too. Now, moving on to their website, it's very clean, very basic. And it just says here that it is a new global real estate investment where you can invest in Korea and the US. Now, what I also do like about this project is that they actually have registered LLC companies in Korea and the United States as well. So if you have a look over here, you can see that Elysia LLC registered in Wyoming, US. The world's second Dow LLC qualified by the US government and established first among listed projects. So they are listed in America. They are a legitimate company, so that does give some credence around the project as well, that they are able to back themselves. The loans are also secured, so in the case where borrowers disappear with the money, issuers and the loanees are able to claim their money back, and then obviously it is up to the company behind Elyfi to go and take legal action against borrowers who did not pay back their loans. And of course, they're able to do that through the legal means because they've done the legal legwork to actually have their properties loaned out correctly. So they're working within the means of the law, which is great. So it's not just something that they're going to be putting on the blockchain and then disappearing with investors' money. So I like that as well. Everything is above board. So moving on, they have a really nice FAQ sort of section of their website as well, where they basically explain what their project is. One of the questions that they do have on their website is, what is a bond NFT? Now, this is a new concept, so I know a lot of people might sort of struggle with the whole thing, but basically they describe it as a bond NFT is the right to receive payment on the maturity date of the bond. By selling bond NFTs through Elyfi, borrowers receive a cryptocurrency loan with the raised amount, and NFT owners can receive the principal and interest repaid by the borrower on the maturity date of the bond. So essentially, I lend my property out, a borrower to use that as collateral. The people who invest in my project have a maturity date of 1 year. When that 1 year comes up, the APY comes along and says, you know, you've got 20% interest, so you've given money towards it, you get your money back plus your 20% interest as well. So it is quite nice how they explain it. And they do answer a lot of other questions in the FAQ of the website, which I do like. Now, the other utility of the Elyfi coin is that there's governance. So anybody who owns these tokens will have the right to vote in different proposals that are posted on the blockchain itself, on the Elyfi blockchain. And you can also stake it as well. So there are some pretty nice rewards. On top of the passive income that you get from loaning your money out, you also get staking rewards. So all in all, it does seem like quite a nice project. Having a look at a little bit of tokenomics around here as well, the 100 million coins, 10% is going to the team, so it is fairly low. 10% to the airdrop, which is already taking place and is still taking place to a small degree. Early investors getting 20%, and then the ecosystem is getting a large chunk of that as well. One thing that does concern me here is that they haven't put a lot of money towards marketing of the product, and that actually shows on their Twitter. So they're not really doing a huge amount of marketing, which is not great for a project this good. You would want to see quite a bit more marketing, so that does sort of concern me a bit. Although they are very active on their socials, you would want to see the team doing a lot more AMAs, which you don't really see all that much. You do have their team speaking at different marketing events and so on. So the team, to a large extent, is pretty doxed. Who else is behind the Elyfi project as well, you don't really see. So the doxing is there in the terms of the CEO of the project, but not anybody else. So that's probably a weak point of this project as well. All in all, I like the idea of the project. It's personally not something that I would be investing in right now until I see a bit more in terms of marketing, growing this into a really great product, and also seeing more about the team as well. The tokenomics are pretty good. The only thing that possibly does concern me as well is that the volume is fairly low. And I think that's just, again, it speaks to the fact that we actually haven't seen much about the team. Right now, all you can do is get it on PancakeSwap. Maybe as this project grows and becomes more popular, we'll see some more tier 1 investments as well. So if I had to give this a rating out of 10, I would probably say a 7 out of 10. Not a bad project, but still a lot of room for improvement. Overall, I am bullish on the real world asset narrative. So if that still continues to grow, we could see this project doing really well. In my view, it would be a high risk, high reward sort of degen play for now. But that's not to say that things can't improve in the future. That's all that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Drop a comment down below if you do think that this project can go places, if you're interested, if you are already invested. If you found this video useful, please also like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.